Northwest Utah, home to the fastest racetrack on earth, Bonneville. This desolate bed of flat salt and its clarion call to racers around the world provides a setting where fast is measured in heartbeats and success is displayed by the color of the hat. A team that hears that call to racing Mecca are the tried and true group of the Speed Demon. Arriving on the Salt for the annual Bonneville Speed Week, the Speed Demon car and crew were first honored for having achieved the fastest time of the meet in 2010.
2 years ago, Poteet and Maine got their name on the trophy for the very first time with a 394.346. And they were so annoyed that they did not get the 400 number that naturally, what did you have to do, Ron? Come back the next year, and they ran last year 409.847.
This 408 mile per hour run was a remarkable thing to see. But what the Speed Demon would eventually do on this dry seabed would be almost unbelievable. Ron Maine, Speed Demon principal, would outline what the goals for this meet would be.
First of all, we want to get a record over 430. We want to get the Hot Rod Magazine trophy and not kill George, and not particularly in that order. The record we're going after is actually sea blown fuel streamliner, and that was set by Al Teague, who is the king of speed as far as I'm concerned.
In order to achieve these goals, the Speed Demon would need to produce incredible horsepower, maintain traction, and hold together.
The engine we have is a Duttweiler, it's a Hellfire V8. It's 347 cubic inches. It will produce top horsepower would be about 2,200. And it runs with twin turbonetics. These are new prototype turbochargers. We also have this new Transfers Quick Change, which was developed by the Wisemans. They tell us it's unbreakable. With Bonneville racers, something that's unbreakable just means we have to try harder to break it, and we have the capability.
And with that, the team pointed the Speed Demon towards Floating Mountain. However, with so many new changes to the Streamliner, it would be day 2 before the vehicle would really begin to open up.
750 underway.
With the first 400 mile per hour run of the year, the Speed Demon hoped to up the speed the following morning.
Yesterday, George was the man. I mean, we didn't have the sway bar adjusted, so the torque steer almost turned the car over when he ran. The car, he was all the way to the left, but the car was outside the course half the run. But George kept his foot in it, and it was a wild ride. He went through some of the mile markers, which went and ingested and tore up the turbos. But this morning, we're just going to give George a banana and let him go.
Okay, leaving the line now, the Poteet and Maine Streamliner. Start looking to the east. Okay, departing the push truck now. And it got awfully quiet all of a sudden. Yeah, it looks like the motor lost the flame there. Oh, darn, it's a turnout. Turnout, about a half mile out.
The return run would prove to be a disappointment as an ignition problem brought the Demon to a stop.
What a disappointment. Now I'll have to come back and qualify again.
While the disappointment was visible, the Streamliner returned to the start and would quickly turn that disappointment into sheer speed.
Okay, it's the Speed Demon. Poteet ran 408 yesterday. Couldn't back it up this morning, just barely got off the line and had to turn out. So they're underway now. And this is going to be another qualifying run, so if things go well, we should see another 400 mile an hour pass for this car. Sounding pretty strong.
750 underway. Mile 4, 388. Exit speed 420.
gratitude to the crew this morning, because I turned the key off this morning when I put it in gear, so I wasted our run yesterday. So they worked on the car yesterday afternoon, all afternoon, as hard as they could for 4 hours. But they got it working. It ran like it was on rails. The engine pulled like it was a diesel truck pulling all the way through. The car steered absolutely straight, perfect, traction's good, everything's great. We can turn up fourth gear a little bit and get another 10 to 15 miles an hour out of it.
Early the next morning, this amazing vehicle would once again be lined up for a record return run.
George Petit, Ron Main, out of Chatsworth, California. Through the 3 mile. Lifted, slowing. And looks like he had a problem. Pulled the plug on it.
Just as before, the crew of the Speed Demon would load the Streamliner and return to the start.
We've made, this will be our 7th attempt. We scared a lot of people with our first run. Then we come back into impound and something goes wrong. We just had a turbo failure, a bearing went out. So here we are again. We've made, I think, 3 or 4 runs over 400, but this one, we've got it set on kill. If we're just gonna be one way, we're gonna make it a good one. We're gonna go big or go home.
Seaborne Fuel Streamliner, the Speed Demon of Poteet, Maine. George Poteet driving, running on a 366 record.
Breaking the salty horizon, the Speed Demon would indeed go big, with a 408 mile-per-hour pass that would once again put the car in impound.
Exit speed 411.836.
Early the next morning, the Streamliner would add yet another record to its growing list.
Car 750, Fuel Streamliner, the Speed Demon of Poteet, Maine. Heads up, everybody. 215, quarter mile, 302, mile 3, 319. 2 mile 4, 351. 2 mile 5, 372.686.
Got a 372 through that final mile, so that probably will, that'll give them a record at least, but not the 400 they were looking for.
With their record in hand, the Speed Demon crew would turn their full attention to Cook's Land Speed Shootout. Their goal would be to claim an FIA A1 Class 10 world record held by land speed legend Al T.
September is the FIA meet. This is for world records. 2 years ago, with our 299 cubic inch turbocharged motor, we ran 437 miles an hour, and we were on the rev limiter before we got to the first clock. So we were kind of like beep beep, how do you get in second gear? Well, last year's FIA meet, we did not do very well. We sent compressor wheels out the back end of our exhaust pipe. We overspeeded the turbos. We had just rotten luck, and a lot of it was self-inflicted. But now we have taller gears, we have more horsepower, but it's always a lot harder than it looks. But we have the horsepower, we have the car. George does a hell of a job at driving. He's our shoe, and we would like to become the world's fastest car.
While no other car in land speed racing had ever exceeded 400 miles per hour more times than the Speed Demon, race director Mike Cook knew exactly how difficult it was.
Running 400 is not an easy deal. Not everybody can do it. I don't care how much money you have. It takes a lot of talent, a lot of skill, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and then with the stars lined up, you're a bad boy.
In the days leading up to this private, invitation-only meet, wind and rainstorms had deposited significant amounts of water onto the pit end of the racecourse. Undaunted, Ron Main made a bold prediction.
We have the Poteet, Maine vehicle. Ron, George, how fast? How fast?
We're going to give George a 450.
450. If that's the case, then we will have the fastest piston vehicle out here.
And with that, the Speed Demon and crew went to work. This 442 mile per hour run with an exit speed of 446 miles per hour was the fastest speed the Streamliner had ever achieved. The car was quickly serviced, but a failure in the drivetrain prematurely ended the return run. However, the Streamliner's next attempt would make land speed racing history.
Vehicle is underway.
That's a freaking rocket. Unbelievable. Can you believe that? You gotta be kidding.
Here's the speeds for car 715 Speed Demon. Entry speed was 452.9. Kilo was 458.189. Mile speed 457.964. Exit 462.3. This is the fastest run ever for a single engine piston car.
This amazing speed now set driver George Poteet and the Speed Demon Streamliner apart as the fastest piston-powered wheel-driven vehicle in history. However, just as before, transferring the incredible horsepower produced by the Duttweiler motor to the Salt was difficult.
Pretty much the same scenario. We turn it around. The pit crew is flawless. We got the right stuff. We're kind of a bunch of misfits like the Bad News Bears, but we come together. We turn it around and we rip the shaft out of the transmission. I mean, it just twists it like a candy cane.
Even after leaving 2 record-setting 400 mile per hour runs on the Salt, Ron Main and the crew remained positive.
They named streets after us in Salt Lake City. We're very flattered, but they say one way. And in order to win at this game, it's got to be a two-way average.
Early the following morning, the crew prepared the Streamliner for yet another record attempt. This time, however, the results would be disastrous.
As soon as we put it in gear, we throw a rod through the side of the block. Motor gone. But we came here to race. We are wash and wear racers. We brought 3 engines, 3 transmissions, 6 drive shafts, every part we could stuff because this is a 5-day meet. It's not a car show.
With that, the crew went to work installing the small 300 cubic inch V8 Duttweiler motor into the car. And the outcome, an amazing 441 mile per hour pass. Continued drivetrain issues would eventually bring this amazing vehicle and crew to abandon any further attempts for the year.
The crew, I mean, they are awesome. They change engines, transmissions. We beat them like rented mules. It's just like LA County. I guarantee them 3 hots and a cot. That's all I can give them. And we would all do it for nothing if we could eat. George has a heart that is tremendous. Everybody loves him. I've never met anyone like him.
So what's in store for the remarkable vehicle?
Well, our quest is to make the Speed Demon an icon. That's our goal. Next year, we'll be back. There will be another Cook Shootout. We will guarantee that. We will be at Speed Week. We've already made reservations. Our goal is to 500. And to be perfectly honest, the first one to 500 wins.